we were family friends with the Indian ambassador to Russia, and he was one of my heroes. This tall, beautiful, handsome man. I can see him right now, dignified, statesman-like, and I just worshipped him. And he always made time for me, no matter what was going on. I would just sling the door to his office open, no idea. I was just 9 years old. And he'd say hello, and my hero. So it was spring in Moscow, and I walked into the backyard, and there were flowers everywhere, and it was actually very, very well known back. It was a historically important backyard because it had a gazebo in it where Napoleon watched Moscow burn. And I would stand in the gazebo and pretend to be Napoleon. I was about as tall as 9 as Napoleon was, I suppose. But I'd watch Moscow burn. And so I'd turn around and looked at these beautiful flowers. And my first thought was, I don't even remember what I thought, but I remember I gathered up a bunch of flowers, and I was so loved my uncle. I just gathered up a bunch of flowers, and I'm sure I yanked them. I was only 9, and I yanked them up and took them up to his office and flung the door open and gave them to him. Now I know how he probably felt, but his reaction was very interesting. He didn't say a word. He smiled at me, and he said, come, let's go for a walk. And he took my hand, and he led me back, and he had flowers in his other hand, and he took me back. Now I can see it as clear as day. He led me out the front door, and we went around the building to the back to the backyard, and we walked down the path, down the garden path, and turned around and looked at the flower patch, and I can still see the gaping hole I'd left. And he looked at it and looked at me, and he said, "Isn't it beautiful?" And looked at the flower patch, and he said, I don't remember his exact words, but I remember the feeling, and he something to the effect of, how beautiful the flowers look in the garden, and how much better they look in the garden, and how much longer they last in the garden. And even my 9-year-old self could see that space that the flowers I had yanked out of. And I'm sure, I don't know that my 9-year-old self was aware, had the words or the awareness at the time, but I'm sure there was that little discomfort of that emptiness, that empty space, the flowers that he was clutching in his hand had left. And how beautifully, and how without shaming me, without ever making me feel unloved or unsafe, he taught me the most beautiful lesson, and for that I'm ever grateful. And I hope every child can grow up with a memory like that, that adults can be that respectful of a child, and know that what I did was done with the utmost love for him, and not disrespect for love for the flowers. And this is the first time I'm really reconnecting with how much he recognized my love for him.